Today's Sci-Fi Roundup, February 21st, 2020. 2/21/2020. Ben Affleck has announced he's not going to be Batman. Some people speculate it's because he realized he never was. He's come out saying he's been depressed. He's caught on TMZ with a drinking problem. So, who knows the real story? We don't know. Some fans didn't like him as Batman. Some did. So, my favorite's still the Michael Keaton Batman. It's fantastic. But these days, who can stand in the way of the Joker? Also, Sonic the Hedgehog has made over $130 million worldwide. Sonic the Hedgehog with Jim Carrey. It could be a combination of Jim Carrey going back to his roots, his hometown, and the icon Sonic's pretty iconic. I could say when I was growing up, there's like two main. It was like Mario and Sonic, like the key, maybe Link too, but he's definitely a character that if you've played or seen any of the games, you know who it is. So, in the movie's halfway decent, and they fixed what he looks like. So, I would say go out and see it. I liked it. You might not like it. That's for you to decide. The trailer dropped for Westworld Season 3. The show looks amazing. I love the show. It's very layered. You have to pay attention. It reminds me of Lost, how they try to hide all these things in there and link them together. And at least so far they've paid off the things they've linked together. So, like unlike Lost, which at the end didn't exactly explain all the mysteries, they've done a pretty good job of each season, hinting at things and at the end revealing the things. So I like that type of show. Again, you have to watch it intensely and pay attention. I don't like all my shows to be like that. Like shows that I like The Outpost, where you can just watch it and enjoy it. There's no deep thinking really involved, so those are fine. Every once in a while, I like an in-depth show like Westworld, so I really like that show. Also, the cast for The Witcher Season 2 has been announced. The main one everybody's excited about to see. His name is Christopher Hivju from Game of Thrones. He's going to be in the show. Hugh Rasmussen from Fast and the Furious 9. He'll be in it. So, a couple of more. They're adding more. Geralt's friend, who is also a Witcher, is going to be in it. So, I'm excited about that. Because it almost reminds me of kind of the Highlander, like the TV show where he would have some of his old Highlander friends show up that he's known a long time, and they have a long history together, and so they can tell those types of stories. Not that the show is anything like Highlander, because it's not. And in sad Highlander news, Stan Kirsch passed away. It's very sad. Another show I grew up watching. It's great. Great sci-fi. The spinoff was okay. The Raven. Not as good as the main show, but they tried. They tried so hard. Also, Altered Carbon comes out soon. In about 2.5 weeks, I'd say. Season 2. Season 1 was great. I was wondering, because I'd read the second and third books. He's in a different skin, you could say. So I was wondering if they were going to use the same actor and try to explain it away. But they got a different actor, so there's a big time jump, at least in the books, for the second novel. The second novel, I wouldn't think lends itself to a low-budget show. Like, I don't think they're going to be able to do all the things that happen in that book in this season. Maybe they will. But it would cost them a lot of money. So, we'll see. I like the show. I think the season 1 was great. I loved it. It is darker. It reminds me, there was a game that I loved, a computer game called Angel Devoid. And it really reminds me of that type of, kind of like Blade Runner, but more like Angel Devoid. At least the first season did. So we'll see about the second season. We've got Mackie is playing. Anthony Mackie is going to be the new Skin. Of course, the original Tovax, right? That actor, the Asian actor, he was fantastic. He'll, of course, be in flashbacks and stuff. So I find that the whole story's fascinating. The show's fascinating. There are parts of it that reminds me of other types of shows, but Wonder Woman 1984, that trailer dropped. It's coming out later this year. I liked it, but I really liked the song that they used for the trailer. So I don't know. I doubt they'll play that through the entire movie. But I mean, if they did, I'd be cool with it. It'd be like, music video, Wonder Woman in it. But I know some people are getting tired of the old 1980s throwback types of shows. I like it because that's the era I grew up in. So I enjoy getting to see, because it kind of takes me back. I guess my mom enjoyed Back to the Future because when he goes back to the 50s, she was like, oh, I remember all that stuff. So she loved that movie for that reason. So maybe in a way that's like, I like when they go back to the 80s and show stuff. And it's not the same as watching shows from the 80s because they don't. Most shows, or I guess movies, they don't run around in a mall or where it looks like it was set in the 80s, and so you can see all the stuff in the background. And Splash did that, which I rewatched recently, and I enjoyed the movie mainly because you get to see New York in the 80s and like all the weird clothes they're wearing and the cars they're driving and all that stuff. They go all over the city and in the water and everything. That's the roundup for today. We'll do another one next week.